Morning all. We are out with RB and we're test riding this. This is the LXR, first ride of the new year. LXR Black, Rothman's colours as I call it, the black and gold. And this one we're doing a quick turnaround. It's already been prepped and PDI'd before Christmas. And we're out test riding it for the customer. This is going out in about 5 days time. Good fun. Under RB Bridge, having a little bit of fun. And we're out on a test ride. Now, if you've all seen the LXR test ride, you can see how far this thing leans over on the side stand. Great. One thing I'd like Lexmoto to do, just lengthen that side stand a little bit for me. And it only has side stand on these, 6-speed box, combined braking system, all your standards on the left, horn indicator, hazards, pass light. On the left you've got your start button, your light position. Now that is your driving lights, just your position light. Middle one will give you the halo eyes, as you've seen before on the videos, and then full lights on. I always ride full lights on, kill switch, adjustable front brake lever, and it sounds really good as well. Great to see out these mirrors. They're like little butterfly antennas out the side. Quick check over the shoulder, and we're not going to go the other way because on the way down there is about a foot of water and I had to go through at 2 miles an hour. My feet are soaked. I should have put my bike boots on. I've got me army boots on that Peaky got for me, but luckily it kept the water off. They are waterproof, but I've got wet shins and it's horrible. And yeah, I'm not going back that way again. I would do it just for the fun of it, but no, not happening. Now, we had heavy torrential rain. Oh God almighty, we had heavy torrential rain last night, and the roads are all flooded. Oh Jesus H Christ, I've just seen what is in front of me. Oh, fun. Right, where do we find the lowest point? I am not, or shall I? No, I am not going to attempt to even try. Now, I don't look that deep actually, so I'm just going to go out. Oh, sod it, let's do it. First gear. Jesus Christ, that is up to the bottom of my feet. Bow wave. Oh, I wish I'd got an adventure bike. Oh yeah, didn't want to go that way. The other way is worse, and as you can see the roads are very flooded. Oh, this is going to be good. Cars coming the other way. Don't you know RB is going to get splashed to hell. Nice and steady, feet up on the back of the pegs. Take your time, RB. Drift through the puddles. Jesus H. Yeah, there was a lot of standing water. This is going to be an interesting test ride today. Every single road in Milton Keynes is flooded, and our village has about 4 foot of water down in the dip between the two villages. So luckily yesterday Mrs B on the way home tried to come up on the normal A5 route where I go up the hill and back down. The roundabout lights were out and she couldn't get that way, so she had to come and divert back round the village, and she got as far as the little dip between the two villages. 4 foot of water. Farmer's putting a post up, do not enter 4 foot of water, and she's like, I need to get home to the house. And he was like, I'll tell you what love, follow me. Opens the farm gate and he took her up the farm track, the gravel track, up to the top of our village, and opened the other farm gate and let her into the top of the village. He said, I don't do that for everybody, Mel, but there you go. She went, how do you know me? He said, I know your husband, he rides a bike, doesn't he? Yeah, I thought it was you. And he opened the gates for her. So thank you very much to my farmer mate Richard, who let her through the village. What a horrible morning it is. Right, so I'm even wetter now. Oh, great fun. Right, we're off. He's turning in there. Let's get out on the bike. Oh, please, no more puddles this morning. So, does an LXR go through water? Yes, it does. And all the people say, water affects it. No, it don't. It's riding all right. As long as you don't go splashing up the top of the engine into the top of the plug cap, you're fine. Any bike will coast through. It's when you start getting the water in your intake system or over your plug cap, that's when you start getting the issues. But since they put the Generation 2 wiring on these, I've never had a problem with an LXR. Great fun. The only thing that I do say to people that obviously keep an eye on them is the coolant level. If you let the coolant go too low, you will cook the engine, and lots of problems. Lots of roadworks going on. So round the roundabout we go. Wet tyres, take your time. Fresh tyres, very wet. Do not go cornering too hard on a fresh set of tyres on wet roads. That's what I always say on a new bike. Let your tyres bed in for at least the first 50 miles. Get some cook on the tyres, or let the tyres scuff up nicely. And I am pottering around a nice steady 40 mile an hour this morning, taking my time. And on that subject, there's me going down the local A5, and which is where I am going to go now. We're going to do a bit of dual carriageway now, and I tend to ride at 40 mile an hour on a dual carriageway, position 1, which is here. And we had someone actually comment on one of my videos who went, well, that is very dangerous that you're riding position 1. You should be dominating the lane on a dual carriageway at 40-45. No, it shouldn't be. Puts you more in danger being out here of a high-speed car coming up behind you, and something's in the outside lane and he hasn't got time to overtake. He's going to slam you up the rear. So I ride position 1. Let them go around. He said, yes, but they could brush you really close and put you into the curb. I've still got another 3 foot of road there where I can escape to the inside, and on the dual carriageway there is a cycle track as well. Well, you're wrong. Well, how long have you been riding? Well, I did my CBT 2 years ago, and my instructor told me never ride in position 1. Yeah, when you're at 4 ball, yeah, but not when you're test riding a bike at 40 mile an hour. Well, you shouldn't be riding at 40 mile an hour. Really? All bikes, new bikes, test ride 40 to 45 mile an hour. It says it on all the spec from all the manufacturers. Do not stress your engine in the first 500 miles until you get a service. That is exactly what I do. And I did refer him to a very good handbook called the Motorcycle Rider's Handbook. Very, very good book. If you haven't got one, go and read one, because it is what the police motorcycle instructors use. It is also what IAM use, and it is also what the ROSPA riders use. And it's called the Motorcycle Rider's Handbook. You can find a copy of that. It's about 15 quid or something, but it will tell you everything you need to do. And it actually states on the Motorcycle Rider's Handbook, position 1 should be ridden in this position if you are slow moving or on a dual carriageway, or you can get better visibility on the road, which is what you should be doing. And you notice my head moves around like a nodding dog. I'm always checking my mirrors and shoulder checking everywhere. And that is what the Motorcycle Rider's Handbook says, position 1. Because position 2, where I am now, is where tyres don't go, which is where all the crap drops and all the oil and all the crap from under cars and lorries, because the tyres are in positions 1 and 3, and we'll get rid of everything. Position 2 is where all the rubbish will be. So would you ride position 2 where all the diesel spills and the petrol spills and the oil drips are? Absolutely not. Big bike, I tend to ride position 3, or position 1-ish, 2-ish, just sitting out away from the curb. So I say 1.5. And I tend to watch my mirrors. If something is coming in a little bit fast, I can do that and scoot to the inside and get out the way. So totally wrong, mate, totally wrong. Read your police motorcycle handbook. And obviously it does say, be aware that there will be obviously gravel and crap all in the curb. Yes, I know that. But if you read the road ahead and you're doing your 7s and looking as far ahead as you can, you are watching the road for potholes, bumps, little bits in the road like that. So I just moved out. So you're constantly watching the road. There we go, another one there, just moved the inside a little bit. So that's what you should be, physically aware of what is around you. White Mini coming up the back end of you, or a white car there. Look, there he is, look. So constantly watching the mirrors and constantly keeping an eye out for cars behind you. Shouldn't be fixated on what is coming in from in front or from just over your mirrors. Left hand side, slip lane coming in. I'm already on that left hand mirror. Quick shoulder check, make sure there is nothing coming up the inside of me, and another final check picks up the car to my left. who is now realised he's out of space and he's ducking in behind me there, and it is an Audi, I believe, and it is. There we go. So that is what you should be doing, physically aware of everything around you all the time. So little tips that you can pick up, but go and get yourself a copy of the Motorcycle Rider's Handbook. Very, very good. And I ride a lot of time. We did go out with the Rosper group quite a lot. Obviously one of my friends is an IAM instructor, but I tend now to go out with Gary and Peaky as well. Now Gary is a Met Police Seg rider, which is a special escort group in London that do the Queen and all that. He is a very, very good motorcyclist, and I ride with Peaky as well now. Peaky has done nearly every track in the UK. Very good track rider, but he is very, very good riding his GS, and so is Andy. A lot of the guys that I ride with, I have total faith in their riding. So when we do pack rides, we tend to go off and, yeah, hammer around. Now, do I try and keep up with them? No, they normally call me slow coach, because I ride my own ride. If they disappear off and are a little bit too fast for me, I am not going to try and keep up with that pack just for the sake of keeping up with the pack and pushing myself out of side of my comfort zone. You should be riding at 60 to 70% of your ability. You should never be riding literally ragged edge, full throttle all the time. You should be riding within your capabilities, taking your time, and for the sake of an extra 2 minutes to get to your destination, is it really worth putting the foot down and getting there a little bit faster? Absolutely not. You should be riding totally safe. Check the left lane, even though the lights changed. Never know if anyone's going to run the red light. Watching the lorry behind me, who has gone round the roundabout, and I've got a van behind me tucked in back there over my shoulder, so keeping an eye on them. So that's what you should be doing, physically aware of everything around you and keeping an eye on everything. Hill climb, roundabout's working this morning, so traffic lights are back on. That is good. And I wonder how bad the water is in our village at the top of the hill. And normally the water runs down, but there are loads of dips and dales and little tiny bits of road where the water does come and obviously gather and get picked up. It was flooding down this hill last night. It was literally like a river on the way home from work last night. So much so that all the water was running down the road here into the verge over there on the offside. But cars were still bundling up here at 70-80 mile an hour with a massive great water trail across the road, aquaplaning, and I was like, oh god, accident waiting to happen. Take your time. Nice and steady through water puddles. Risk of aquaplaning on a bike, obviously you've only got 2 tyres, so take your time if the roads are wet or there is a heavy layer of water on your road surface. Anyway, enough of me blurbing on. What has gone on this week? Well, we had a run to Super Sausage last Sunday. We've got another one coming up this Sunday. We are going back out to the bike cafe. Thank you very much to my camping people who sent me an OEX Tacoma and said, could you obviously you're doing camping at Wild Bad Neighbour this year, can you please do us a review on this, and if you enjoy it, please keep the product. I said, well, if I don't enjoy it and I don't want to use it, do you want it back? No, you're quite free to have it. So I unboxed it last night. It is a lot bigger than my Jetboil, and it looks quite a good bit of kit, but obviously they can't send it with gas, so I've got to go outdoors and buy a cylinder of gas, because you're not allowed to obviously ship gas in the post, which I totally understand. So we will get out and do a review on that OEX Tacoma in the next couple of days. Over the top, round the bottom. Hello Mrs B, who is at home working from home today. I would pop in another coffee, but I'm out on a test ride, and we are quite a good bit of mileage in as well. So cranking up the miles this morning through the box, 6-speed box. This box on these LXRs is really soft going up and down through the gears. No issues at all. It's not a hard clunky gearbox on these. It's lovely, smooth and soft. It does give you that sports bike feel. Once you have run the bike in You can obviously open these up. Now these are good for about 65, 66 mile an hour. But I always say sit your bike around about 55, 60. It's a 125. It's not going to be a world-breaking, speed-breaking machine. It's a 125 at the end of the day. If you want to go faster, do your Mod 1, Mod 2, and do your big bike test and get a bigger bike. But CBT laws are changing, I believe, in the next year or so, which means you now have to do the theory to get your CBT license. So you've got to do the first part of the module now. Good, 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 good. Stops all these people just getting their CBT every couple of years and going, I'll just reapply for my CBT. No, you can't do that now. You've got to go and do the theory test now as well. So good on them. More money for the government. Nice steady 42 mile an hour. Heading back to the garage. My hands are freezing. I need a cup of coffee and a cigarette. One final test ride to come up on this machine, and it's Friday, so it's live stream tonight. We had a great live stream of Peaky on Wednesday. Went on for about an hour and a half. That was very good. Mine went for 3 hours last week. We're normally only on for an hour, but depending on who comes in the channel, we tend to obviously finish when everyone else is ready to finish, so it normally lasts an hour. But we got some really good guests on again tonight. So if you're watching this on a rerun, go and watch the Friday night live stream. Be aware that obviously Friday night live streams are adult content. We do drop a few sweary words, being bikers altogether. So if that does offend you, please do not watch the live streams. But good fun to be had by all on a Friday night live stream. This week is the early finish week. We have changed the hours, Monday to Saturday. Hey. We finish early tomorrow, which is good. So 2 o'clock finish tomorrow means I can prep up the bike. Let's get the visor up for a minute, have a little bit of fresh air. Get to prep the bike up, and we are out Sunday back to the Super Sausage for another little bike run. And that is bitingly cold this morning. It's about 2 degrees today. Where is the spring and summer that we've been waiting for? All it's done is just rain, 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 rain. All we've had is these mega storms. Just proves that the planet is absolutely screwed, and that the climate has changed. Probably all due to the fact of these orange-clad people sat in the middle of the road, blocking up the roads and causing more damage to the environment. Yeah, just stop oil and just have a look over there. Look, that is the cricket pitch. It is flooded, absolutely flooded. Not good. It's just water everywhere. It's about 4 foot of water over there, and the river has probably burst its banks. Yes, it has. So, yeah, there we go. The river's burst its banks. Not good. Oh, the electric charging centre's quite empty. One little van in there. My favourite venue, Pink Punters. Great night to be had in there. They've got a great drum and bass room. Do like a little bit of chase and status. Right, down to 28 mile an hour. Make sure we're nice and steady through the camera. Head back to the garage and grab a cup of coffee. So if you enjoyed the ride, a little bit of a longer one, me getting wet, that was fun. There's just standing water everywhere. But if you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. We will catch you live stream Friday. Loads more test videos coming up. He came straight out of there. You have to watch that road as well, because they hammer across there. And it's bin day today as well. So much for these recycle bins that everybody had, and it's like, no, we haven't got enough bins, you're going to have to use black bags. There we go, more standing water. Come on, people. Right, we are back at the garage. As always, follow us on all the social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all the YouTubers and all that sort of stuff. Keep an eye out for all the list of bikers in the description down below. Go and give all those guys a follow. We'll see you on the Friday night live stream tonight. Till then, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.